In the early 1990s, Super Mario World became an instant hit with gamers, so Nintendo in turn made 2 more Mario titles.
No!
But instead of making another fun side-scrolling adventure game, they made 2 shitty educational games. And these were called Mario's Time Machine and Mario's Missing. Now I only have time to review one of these games, so which one should I choose? Now I'm sure that reviewing either of these games will affect the outcome of my day, so I should probably choose wisely. Well, I guess I'll review Mario is Missing. Okay, so the story is Mario's been kidnapped. So for this game, you'll be playing as Luigi. Now picking any of these doors in the main area will transport you to a different city around the world. And you'll quickly learn by talking to the townspeople that these cities are being overrun by Koopa Turtles. Hey, there's another one. Hey, what the hell? Did I just walk right through them? What kind of bullshit game is this? Sure, you can bash their brains in all you want, but they won't be able to do a damn thing about it. So wait a minute, this game pretty much gives you diplomatic immunity. Sweet! Hey, maybe I can get away with pissing on public property too. Oh yeah, that's the stuff. Okay, so after picking up an item a Koopa Turtle has dropped, it's then time to take it over to an information booth. Now what I find odd at this point is that the receptionist doesn't take the item back right away. Instead, she'll just sit there and ask you a bunch of questions. Hey, what the hell do you think this is, lady? The Spanish Inquisition? Just take back the damn item already. God, this game sucks.
I didn't know.
Should just pick the other game. Now I only have time to review one of these games, so which one should I choose? Now I'm sure that reviewing either of these games will affect the outcome of my day, so I should probably choose wisely. Well, I guess I'll review Mario's Time Machine. In this game, you take control of Mario, and in the first area, Mario has a choice of picking from any of these 7 doors. After picking one, you'll then enter into an area that's a classic throwback to the first Mario Bros. Game. So after defeating all 3 turtles, and picking up the item they leave behind, it's time to head over to your time machine and figure out which time period the item belongs to. So since we picked up a torch, odds are it came from ancient Greece. In each time period, your mission objective is to return the item from the area it was stolen. And figuring this out should be pretty simple. I mean torch stand, yeah, that's a no-brainer. So after you've successfully returned the item, the day is saved. Now you return back to the first area to pick another door, and fight off another set of turtles. Oh boy, another set? Ugh, this is gonna be a long game. So after you've defeated this set of turtles, they now drop an apple. So this probably belongs to the time of Sir Isaac Newton. At the end of this level, we come to a huge tree. So the only thing left to do now is to drop off the item. Wrong location? Son of a bitch! Ugh, and now the game bitch slaps you by having a little bird fly across the screen to take the item away from you. What a dick! Now you have no choice but to head back to your time machine, re-enter the same door, kill 3 more turtles, grab the dropped item, hop your happy ass back into the time machine, return to the level, and head back to the tree. Whew! I thought this game was supposed to be fun. Yeah, I'm having a real party over here. So where exactly am I supposed to put this stupid apple? They don't really want me to put it in the tree, do they? Oh, you motherfuckers! I hate this game! After completing a room, Mario will then place bricks in front of the door. Now it's time to enter through another door, and you guessed it, kill off more of these stupid turtles. But now, they'll start dropping items that are hard to figure out which time period they come from. Like the steering wheel, for instance. Now where's this go? Well, I guess we'll try 1602. Okay, so drop it here and, ah, damn it! And here comes that stupid bird again! Well, you little shit! I got a bird of my own for you! Oh, you're playing a Mario game. You mind if I watch? Ronnie, I don't have time for your crap today. Get the hell out of here! Oy vey, what a grouch! So once Luigi returns all 3 stolen items and Mario is missing, it's now time to get the hell out of here. So after returning back to the main area and picking another door, you'll arrive in a brand new city.
I didn't know.
And your long and boring search for 3 more items will begin all over again. Well, you lucky bastard. Now this game has a total of 14 boring as shit levels to explore. So if you manage not to hang yourself by the end of this game, then consider yourself a winner. Oh, you're playing a Mario game. You mind if I watch? Well, if you don't mind being bored to tears, be my guest. Oh, this is great. So after completing all the levels, we then arrive at the last boss of the game. And just what the hell is this? A Koopa Bull? He can't even hurt you either. What a joke. So after you defeat this stupid thing, you'll be able to free Mario from his prison, and you'll get a screen that just says, "Thank you?" Oh, come on, this is all I get? You gotta be shitting me. I played this game for over 3 hours. So Mario's missing is a piece of shit. If you mess up at any point in Mario's time machine, you'll be forced to go back and kill more of these stupid damn turtles. After you've killed them off again, they now drop a quill pen. Well, let's try taking this over to Gettysburg. Makes sense, right? Oh, come on, again? Yeah, take that, asshole! So after going back and killing a shitload of more turtles, they now drop a sledgehammer. Hey, now I definitely know where this one goes. In the 1980s, Peter Gabriel did have a hit song called Sledgehammer. So 1989, here we come. Alright, let's see if this works. Well, hot damn, another success! Yeah, brick that shit up, Mario! At last we come to the final door, but before you can enter, you're given a pop quiz on all the information you should have been reading throughout the game. And you did remember to read all this stuff, right? Well shit, me neither. Oh well, we'll just consult the Nintendo Power magazine. So just what is behind this big huge door, you ask? Well, nothing more but tons of more turtles! Holy shit, look at them all! What? Actually, I'm just messing with you. Because the last boss, in fact, is Bowser. And just like every other pathetic enemy in this game, he won't be able to hurt you. So after defeating him, because you will defeat him, you get to free your pal Yoshi. But wait a minute, how the hell did Yoshi get caught in the first place? I thought this bozo was outside waiting for me after dropping me off at the beginning of the game. So what the hell? So Mario's time machine is a piece of shit. Now if you thought the NES version was bad, you ain't seen nothing yet, because they also made a version of Mario's time machine for the Super Nintendo. Again, Mario's given the task of returning items to the past that Bowser has stolen. In the main area, you'll have the option of picking from 5 items, and after picking one, it's then time to consult your history book and activate your time machine. And wait a minute, everything now has to be inputted manually? Holy shit, I'll be here all day! And the worst part is that you just don't go straight to the next level. Oh no. Instead, you'll be transported to a surfing board level. Now what the hell does this have to do with time travel? Jumping gigawatts! Just give me a flux capacitor so I can get the hell out of here. What the hell's that smell? Oh well, I'm sure it's nothing. Now if you thought the NES version was bad, you ain't seen nothing yet. because they also made a version of Mario's Missing for the Super Nintendo. So now we have Mario's Missing for the 16-bit console. And with this version, we get levels that are twice as big. So that can only mean more of this damn walking bullshit. Great. Now you can try to save time by jumping into these pipes, because they do end up warping you around the city. Half the time they'll come in handy by sending you in the direction you're heading, but other times they'll transport you totally out of your way. What the hell? Whoa! Okay, so after you've found one of the 3 missing items, it's time to return it and answer more of the receptionist's stupid questions. Answer them correctly, and she'll take back the stolen item. Answer them wrong, and she'll get all pissy with you. I'll find you, stupid bitch. I'll just keep the stupid item. Hell, I always wanted the Westminster Abbey anyway.
Delicate moment.
So after answering correctly, she'll take the item from you, and the building will be open for business. Do this in all 3 locations, and you'll finish out the level. What the hell's that smell? Huh, smells like a gas leak. I'll go fix it. Oh, well thanks, Ronnie. Boy, it's a good thing he was here. Once you finish out a level in Mario's Missing, it's then on to the next city. Just like in the NES version, there are a total of 14 levels to complete. So that means tons of turtle searching, townspeople talking, and pointless question answering. Who painted the ceiling of the Sistine Chapel? Leonardo, Michelangelo, Donatello, or Splinter? Okay, you know what? That's probably the most amusing thing you'll find in this entire game. But as for everything else, it just seems like walking, and more boring walking. And these clips are sped up by 300%, so imagine this game at normal speed. Well, there you go. I fixed the gas leak for you. Already? Boy, that was quick. Yeah, well, I'm a quick worker. Wow, well thanks, Ronnie. You probably saved my life. Yeah, I know. Just wait till you get my bill. What? So after arriving at your time period in Mario's time machine, it's time to talk to the local townspeople. Because in order to advance in the level, you're required to fill in the blanks of your history book first. Now in any other game, you'd have the option to pick the answer from 4 different choices. Not 400. Holy shit! And there's really no reason for this. So after filling out this stupid book, it's time to take the item to its rightful owner, and your job here will be complete. But if you try returning the item before the history book is filled out, they'll tell you to piss off. Well, same to you, Sir Isaac, asshole! Who knew that Sir Isaac Newton was such a dick? And where the hell's that smell coming from? Now, Mario's Time Machine has a total of 15 boring levels to play through. And if you can stay awake long enough to reach the last boss, you'll receive one of 2 different endings. If you finish the stages in the correct order, you'll send Bowser back to the Stone Age, and watch him as he gets flattened by a dinosaur's foot, Monty Python style. But if you complete these stages out of order, you still get to send Bowser back to the Stone Age. But this time, there is no dinosaur foot. Oh, well that's just great. You know what's worse than playing a boring-ass game for over 4 hours? Playing a boring-ass game for over 4 hours and finding out you got the shittier ending. Well, I guess the only thing left to do now is to burn this piece of shit out of existence. Throughout the game Mario is Missing, Luigi travels to places like China, Paris, Australia, and even through the streets of Mexico City. Hey, what's this guy want? Give me your wallet! Those damn banditos! So after completing all the levels in this game, you'll finally be able to release Mario from his prison.
I didn't know.
And it's about damn time, too. I'm not even sure why the hell Luigi had to travel around the world in the first place.
Check out the enclosed instruction book.
In fact, they could have just called this game National Lampoon's Luigi's Vacation, and nobody would really be the wiser. Boy, that looks fun. I would love to travel to all those places. Yeah, I'd definitely second that. Oh yeah? Well then let's go! Oh, really? This'll be great! Alright!
Every soul contains a whisper of light, growing louder as it calls to unite. From the distance sings a chorus of souls, rising slowly, stirring heat from the coals. Colors weave into a spire of flame, distant sparks call to a past still unnamed. Bear this torch against the cold of the night. Light will guide you on your way to the ultimate fate.
Mario is perhaps one of the most recognized video game icons of all time.
I didn't know.
And that could be mainly because they packaged each Nintendo system with the game Super Mario Bros. It quickly became one of the most popular games on the NES, spawning many sequels released in the following years. But when you line up all the Super Mario games in order, one of them just sticks out like a sore thumb. And that game is Super Mario Bros. 2. Now, I know what you're thinking, that I'm going to sit here and attack Super Mario 2. Well, before you start sending your hate mail, just hear me out. No, I don't really hate Mario 2, but when you compare it to the other Mario games, this game just has ass written all over it. First off, there's nothing remotely familiar in this game that was included in the previous ones. There's no coin boxes, no Goombas, no turtles, and worst of all, the ending boss isn't even King Koopa. Instead, we are treated to a whole new cast of goofy and oddball characters, things like Sniffets, Shy Guys, and Bob-ombs. And the real shit shocker is that the villain of the previous game has now been replaced by a fat frog named Wart. This makes no sense whatsoever. Now when you start this game, you'll have the choice of picking between 4 different characters, all with their own special abilities. Mario is the regular fighter, Luigi is the high jumper, Princess Peach can hover in the air for extended periods of time, and Toadstool, well, he's pretty much worthless. Once you select your player, it's time to start the game, and you do so by falling from a door in the sky. Exactly how a door got up there in the first place is way beyond me, but once you land, you'll notice that the gameplay has been totally altered. First they did away with the ability to smash your enemies. Instead, you'll have to pick them up and toss them at other enemies in order to kill them. Secondly, this game is only a one-player game. It's totally different from the original in which you could play 2 players. Mind if I play? Sorry man, this is just a one-player game. Well, that sucks. Another thing that just pisses me off is the game starts you off with a 2-heart health meter. And every time you get hurt, they take away an entire heart.
I didn't know.
Now, I wouldn't mind this so much, but they make it very hard to replenish your health. In the first Mario Bros. Game, it was really simple. All you had to do was just pound away at coin boxes until you ended up finding a mushroom. But with the second game, they decided to make things much harder. It's only after you kill a certain amount of enemies that a heart will float up from the bottom of the screen. Well, big fucking whoop. Doing it this way is just stupid. And remember that invincibility star? Well, yeah, they pretty much fucked that whole thing up too. Instead of now finding the star, you'll have to go around and collect 5 cherries that are scattered around the level. And after you've collected that 5th cherry, you gotta wait for it. Ugh, look at this shit. Could it move any slower? I can take a shit faster than this. Finally! And while we're at it, this game could really use a lot more power-ups too. Some spots of this game are so overcrowded with enemies, it's insane. But luckily, there are a few places in this game you can hide so enemies can't get to you. Oh, come on! He walked right through the fucking cactus! You know, shit like this that just makes me go from 0 to pissed off in 2.5 seconds. Now, once you reach the ending of the level, you're usually greeted by this big, dopey pink bird that shoots eggs at you. The first one you come to is pretty easy to kill, but you'll meet a lot more of them as the game advances, and they become harder and harder to defeat.
I didn't know.
During the course of this game, you'll end up fighting over 15 of these fucking birds, and I swear by the end, I just want to reach through the screen and beat the shit out of this bitch!
Get over here!
At the end of the game, you'll finally meet up with the last boss, Warped, who ends up just really being a pushover. All you have to do is throw vegetables at him when his mouth is open, and he'll choke on them and die. And yet again, giving kids another reason not to eat their vegetables. After winning, the game then switches over to Mario, who is in bed, and it turns out that he has just been dreaming up this entire game. You know, I wish I was dreaming up this entire game because it fucking sucks. Compared to the other Mario games, this one's the worst one of the bunch. Now, if you think this review is over, then think again, because a few years later, Nintendo released a game called Super Mario All-Stars for the SNES. This was a collection of all the Super Mario titles for the NES, which included giving them new backgrounds and music upgrades. These games were Mario 1, 2, 3, and a bonus game called Super Mario Bros. The Lost Levels. Lost Levels? Wait a minute, there are lost levels? Where on earth did they find these things? And how exactly did they become lost in the first place? Well, the title is very misleading, because after doing some research, it turns out that this game is in fact the real Super Mario Bros. 2.
I didn't know.
Released only in Japan, this game continues where the first one left off. All the same enemies, power-up items, even the maps look the same. This game right here is the perfect predecessor to the first Mario game. But with that being said, we are now left with a problem here. If this was the original Mario 2, then where the hell did our Mario 2 come from? I mean, games like this just don't appear out of thin air. What the hell? This mystery is very confusing, but we must get to the bottom of it. And after doing even more research, I found something that is guaranteed to flip some shit. Years earlier, a game was released called Doki Doki Panic. It started off with two kids getting pulled into a book by a green hand, and the heroes of the game going in after them. Now, the introduction may not look familiar, but once you start the game, you will be amazed. Holy shit! This looks pretty damn familiar. In fact, it's the exact same game.
I didn't know.
And we're not just talking about copying the layout of the levels, everything has been stolen. The enemies, the music, power-ups, everything. If you compare both these games side by side, you'll see it's the exact same video game. Ugh, unfucking believable. Even the characters in this game have the exact same abilities as the characters in Mario 2. I mean, look, here's Mario, Luigi, Princess, and yeah, even the worthless Toad. Now, I will give them the benefit of the doubt, because they did change and upgrade a few things from the original. Like, instead of turtle shells, you pull out weird-looking heads. And the water flows a lot faster in this game than the Mario clone. But even with that being said, what the fuck? These two games shouldn't have anything in common. It's unclear as to why they copied it in the first place, but many have speculated that the real Mario 2 game was just too much like the first one. And I guess that's understandable, because having two of the same thing could get stale and repetitive. Yep, stale and repetitive. Now, I was never a big fan of Super Mario 2, but a few years ago, they released it again, and this time for the Game Boy Advance. Super Mario 2 was given a complete makeover, and the end result is amazing. I can honestly say that for the first time, this truly feels like a Mario game. They totally revamped all the levels, included a lot more power-ups, mixed it with some interesting enemies, and now finding hearts to replenish your health is so much easier. So, now that we have the newer version, we can now destroy the original. That's exactly what I was thinking. What the hell you think you're doing? Face it, your reviews suck. I'm taking over and destroying the original. But you can't do that. Just watch me. Time for some flower power. What? Whew. That was a close one. Where am I?
Well, well, looks like I have another minion to torture.
I'm getting you for this. Ah!